You ever step out of the supermarket, review your receipt, and just go like, "How did I spend that much? Seriously, did I purchase a gold-plated avocado by mistake?" If so, don't freak out, you are not alone. Groceries are one of those sly expenses that will empty your wallet in no time, and the worst part? Most of us don't even notice until we're already walking out the door and $100 per. But the good news is that with a few easy modifications, you can walk into the same store and consistently save $50 or more, without becoming a coupon-clipping vigilante or giving up all of the items that you adore. Yep, you can still eat well, still enjoy the snacks that you enjoy, and still walk out of the store feeling like a total money-saving rock star. Let us start with the first game-changing action: never go in without an agenda. I know, it is common sense. But think about the most recent time that you went grocery shopping. Did you make a list? Or did you venture in with a "I'll just get some stuff" mindset and manage to fill up the cart with goodies you had no memory of placing there? We've all done it. The grocery stores have us covered with smells, sights, and limited time advertising. But if you go in with a list, and you adhere to it, you eliminate that noise. You stay centered. You stay in charge. And here's a little bit of pro advice. Write down that list once you've looked in your pantry and fridge. Use what you already have to work with first, then let your meals sort of revolve around that. Suddenly, you're not buying more stuff, you're finishing off what you started. Now, let's discuss when you shop during the day. It sounds strange, but it's important. Have you ever shopped while you were starving? Yeah, don't do that. Everything becomes a food product. Next thing you know, you're purchasing 3 cheeses and cookies you've never even heard of. Shop after dinner or at least with a snack in your stomach. You'll make more considered decisions and not do those hunger purchases that ruin your budget. Another money pit? Frequent store trips. You run in from milk and out with chips, beverages, perhaps even that "buy one get one" frozen pizza you had no need for. The more trips you make, the more you spend. Shop just once a week instead. Make a meal plan, buy what you need, and skip those additional "I'll just pick up one thing" trips. Because let's be real, it's never only one thing. And if you're new to all this, then don't worry. You don't have to have fiddly apps or spreadsheets. Some planning, thought, and a list get you a long way. Saving money is not about cutting corners or eating dull meals. It's just about being a little bit more clever about how you're already doing things. Now that you've got a few tricks up your sleeve, let's continue. There are a few more methods that'll stretch your dollars even further, and still have you leaving the store feeling like a grocery-saving superhero. One of the most overlooked methods of saving? Knowing where to shop. I am not telling you to give up your favorite store altogether, but being willing to mix it up will be a real blessing to your budget. Discount stores, local markets, and even dollar stores carry essentials like rice, beans, pasta, canned items, and snacks for pennies on the dollar. And no, it's not cheap stuff, it's just smart shopping. Even by switching just some of your regular grocery store to a less expensive one, you can shave $10 to $15 off without you losing anything whatsoever. And speaking of decisions, let's talk brands. I get it, brand loyalty is real. You grew up on a certain cereal or peanut butter, and now it just feels normal. But try this as a small experiment. When you're shopping next, replace 1 or 2 of the brand name products with store brand. 9 times out of 10, you won't even notice the taste difference. But you'll notice it when you're checking out at the register. That 30 to 50 cents an item adds up so quickly. You're not sacrificing anything, you're just being practical. Now, a life-altering mindset change that transformed my life. Turn grocery shopping into a challenge, rather than a chore. Assign yourself a number before you go. I'm only going to spend $75 today, for instance, and then challenge yourself to get as close to it as possible. It's not about denying yourself, it's about being creative. Trading out ingredients, saying no to impulse snacks, buying produce in season, it's all a game for savings. And when you beat your budget, that small victory is worth it. Like you stand up and walk away like, yep, I did that. And that leads us to in-season fruits and vegetables. This is a big one. When produce is in season, not only is it fresher and tastier, it's cheaper. The stores overstock them, and that means savings for you. So if strawberries are flowing like gold this week, you may want to skip them and go for apples or bananas instead. Your body and your wallet will thank you. And let's not overlook the magic of leftovers. I once believed that preparing a large dish meant that I would be consuming the same monotonous food for a week. But no, you can rework leftovers into entirely new meals. Roasted chicken on Monday? That can become Tuesday tacos, Wednesday's salad, and Thursday's soup. That single $10 protein just saved you from 3 additional purchases, and likely some takeout as well. By this point, you can likely see that saving at the grocery store doesn't need to be about being frugal. It's about being intelligent. As with all the other areas in your financial life, it begins in tiny steps, with a bit of awareness, and making more intelligent decisions that support your life. You don't need to sacrifice everything to save. You simply need to shop with your brain, not your belly. Let's continue, since there are a couple more potent tips that bring all of this together, and they'll keep you consistent without burning out. Ready? Let's finish with a bang. One of the cleverest money-saving things to do is to cook once and eat twice. Or 3 times. Batch cooking is not always about making a huge pot of something and then making yourself eat it for the rest of the week. It's about cooking the components of meals so that you're not reaching for takeout when you're exhausted or busy. Think rice, roasted vegetables, grilled chicken, beans, simple, versatile foods that you can mix and match in different combinations. Not only does this save money, it saves time and stress during the week. You go to the fridge and boom, you have options. Now let's discuss a sneaky trick that people usually ignore, comparing the unit price. Do you see those small numbers on the shelf tags? They tell you how much something is per ounce or per item. That's the best way to tell if you're getting a bargain. Because sometimes the sale price on a smaller product seems good, but the bigger size really provides more for less. It's one of those small details that makes you feel like a grocery detective, and it actually works. Another golden rule? Keep to the outer edges of the store. That's where the best stuff is usually located: fruits, meats, milk. The inner aisles? That's where the temptations are. Chips, snacks, cookies, and, oh, that looks decadent, items that weren't on the list but managed to get into the cart nonetheless. I am not saying never grab a treat, but when you shop the perimeter first, you stock your cart with the necessities and leave less inches and dollars remaining for the treats. And let's not forget about cashback and reward applications. You don't need to be a coupon expert to utilize them. There are applications that will give you cash back as a reward for free simply for scanning your receipt or attaching your loyalty card. It's sort of like receiving money for simply doing what you're already doing. Even when you're just making a handful of dollars weekly, that all adds up to hundreds in the course of a year, and you're not really altering your shopping habits whatsoever. It's all just extra money for being an intelligent consumer. And lastly, be patient with yourself. It does take time to form any kind of financial habit, and grocery shopping is no exception. Some weeks you'll save a fortune, and others will be a struggle. But the more you're doing it, the more it gets easier. You begin to think about your cart differently. You can hold your head high when you're checking out. And that sense, that quiet assurance that you're taking control of your money, that's worth more than anything on the shelf. So if this is your first time today shopping a grocery game plan, give yourself a high five. You're not just shopping, you're leveling up your life. One smart choice at a time. And hey, if you do end up trying any of these tricks, I'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts or grocery wins in the comments. Let's build a community that saves and grows together. If this video inspired or informed you in some way, give it a thumbs up. It helps this channel reach more individuals just like you. And if you're wanting more beginner-friendly tips on credit building, debt freedom, and savings strategies you can actually use, smack that subscribe button. We've got tons more to offer, and I'm thrilled to walk the path with you. You've got it. Now go slay the grocery game.